Here we go, here we go.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Alert! Alert!
Back to Walker on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Cougar 19.
Walker now on first and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Now Smith. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now Geno. They'll set up the screen to Dallas. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 13. They started on the ground with Eckler. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how low can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, 69 yards. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Godwin is Rebuke. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
From the 25 on second down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Once more, here's Eckler. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. In motion right comes Allen. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Kobe Bryant makes the stop on that one.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. 13 yards remaining on second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Jalen Guyton, 39 yards. And the Chargers have regained the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come 19! Come 19! Ready?
Throwing now is Geno. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Dallas up the middle.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here we go, shot!
They'll run for it. It's Walker, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, 29 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
162 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Walker with another carry.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Running right, here's Walker. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Penny, a first down carry. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try the air now with Smith. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Geno now to throw.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Khalil Mack.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Third and long, it's Herbert. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. Fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge fourth down conversion.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On second and 9. Herbert, throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Herbert on third down now.
Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
To the air again, Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Darrell Taylor able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go.
Smith. And he lost the football. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
Back to 60, 60 average.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap for Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Boy, 192 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And Walker once more. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain, and that'll be good for a Seattle first down. Job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped, and what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Let's go.
Line
now.
of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 4th down, Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but Very little reason to use him at this point. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented him, and now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in prep.